I was inspired by my own aunt, who is a nun, and my great aunt, who is my namesake, Mother Leo Francis, who was the Mother General of the Sisters of Charity Leavenworth. And I watched these women change lives, change rules, challenge things, and they actually had more power in many cases than the men in their lives. What an impact.
What is your proudest moment of your career as it relates to the work that you've surrounded yourself with?
When I first started at the shelter, I walked out into the front room where some of the little ones were playing, and I remember I sat down on the couch, and there were these two little girls. One was 4 and one was 2. And I remember the 4-year-old with this long blonde hair, and she sat beside me, and I started to brush her hair, and the social worker came in and said the girls were going to need to stay longer because Mom had violated probation and she had had her 5th DUI. And I remember just sitting there with this little girl, I'll call her Christy, and I said, "Christy, I'm so sorry." And she said, "Do you have a mommy?" And I said, "Yeah, I have a mommy." And she said, "Where does your mommy live?" And I said, "My mommy lives in Great Falls." She said, "My mommy lives in jail." I said, "I know, honey. I'm sorry." And she said, "Do you ever miss your mommy?" I said, "Yeah, I do miss my mommy." And she said, "I miss my mommy too." I continued to comfort her and watching her little sister run around and thinking she has no idea what's going on in her world. And I knew right then that I would do everything in my power to ensure that all kids had a place to go and to stay and feel safe. A couple of years later, I was standing in a checkout line at a grocery store, and I'm looking at this little girl, and she's twirling her hair, and she's holding on to her mom's hand, and they were happy. And I looked at this little girl and her little sister, and I realized they were with their adoptive mom. She looked at me, and I don't know if she recognized me, but I knew who she was. And I had such a sense of comfort in my heart in knowing that the road that I had chosen and the call that I had answered was exactly where I needed to be.
What do you see as your most important role as a leader of the foundation and of the hospital?
Much like my beautiful aunt, Sister Mary Vincentia, told me years ago, surround yourself with great people. And I have done that. You're one of those, Molly. By surrounding myself with great people, we can do so much more to push forward for that common goal. And that is truly in service of others who need us. We've got people out there today who are looking at, do I get groceries or do I get treatment? If that is my mother, I will be there for her.